Because we are live, Candy Nelson. We're live. Do I have you muted still? I gotta try to figure this out. Okay,
Oh, you for
unmute.
a second.
Are you there, Candy?
It says the host unmuted your mic.
I can't hear you volume-wise, so.
It's up.
You are there, though, right?
My volume's up.
I can't hear you still. I unmuted you. Okay, mute.
I'm here.
Mute.
I'm here.
You there?
I'm here.
Still got nothing, dear.
I'm
Is your
here.
volume all the way up?
Yes.
No? Maybe.
Yes.
Let me, I'm gonna check, okay? Hold on, I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, we are calling Candy Nelson.
Hello. Hey. I could hear you, but for some reason you couldn't hear me. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I could hear you, and then I saw your face for just a second, and then it flashed away. Now it's back. Yeah, now it's back. I see your face, but I don't hear you. No, no volume. No volume.
Yes?
I hear you. You hear me?
Okay, yay, she's there.
Finally.
Okay, finally. I'm going to put this back to one slot here. I'm sorry, not that slot, like this slot. All right, so you can see me, right?
No, I can't see you right now. I see me.
How about now?
I see you now.
I'm there? Okay. All right. Geez Louise already. So I'm going to turn this sideways just for my entertainment pleasure. There we go. All right, I'm going to try to hook this back up to where I can actually see both of us. So, all right, so basically what we're doing is a Morgellons 102, right? So we called the first one Morgellons 101 for a reason because we were kind of on the run going to New Mexico at the time. You want to tell them the story, Candy, how it started out?
Well, my daughter wanted to take a road trip and said, "Is there any of your Morgellons friends you want to meet along the way between the East Coast and the East Coast and the West Coast?" I was like, "Yeah."
Not I.
So it was
Yep, not
easy.
me. So, anyways, she did. She ended up coming here, and she was one of the very first people with Morgellons that I got to meet ever. And you know, everyone that has this, and most of you who are out there that have this, know what a lonely road it is. And it's extremely lonely. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at Candy here. So it's an extremely lonely road. And so she came here, and it was probably one of the best days of my life because I have been on the out and outs. Nobody ever believes in this disease. It's got a lot of things to it that most people don't understand. So, Candy, with that said, I know we have some listeners out there that have never heard of MD or Morgellons disease, and it's to me it's actually a syndrome. But I'm going to leave it at that. But there's a lot of people that are not familiar that are on this channel, that follow the channel, and plenty of those that do have Morgellons, but some of them may be new to it. Some of them may have not heard some of the things that you might be able to share with them. Candy's very humble, guys. I'm going to tell you that straight up. She's a humble woman. I think she's so knowledgeable. Like, in my opinion, she's like the best, but she doesn't like that. She's just like, she's just living life, you know, she's go with life. So I appreciate her so much. So I'm going to have her start with her story on how she first, well, first, what is Morgellons disease? And then how did you contract it? And what were the things that you noticed first when that happened to you?
Well, what is Morgellons disease? It depends on who's defining it. My definition, personally, is genetically modified organism disease. And
Right.
so if you break that down, most people have never even heard of one. What a GMO is, it's all over the commercials, it's on your packaging in the stores, and how people can overlook it is beyond me. But genetics is DNA, modifying is changing, and organism is any living thing.
Right.
So
A lot of
you
people don't
take
realize that.
the DNA of other living organisms and you put it in the food supply, and people are eating them. and it goes
GMOs
in
all over your
medicine.
packaging, guys.
And then, yeah, it's on the labels. Just read them at the store. It's there, and
So in your face.
so a lot of, what do I want to call it? Cover up agents, swear that GMOs have nothing to do with it. They've been genetically modifying food since the beginning of time.
That's part of
Well,
that's organism. Come on, people.
that may be that may be some facts to that, but then you add in a little no nology,
Right.
and you got a whole
Nano,
new picture,
nano, Mark and Mindy, nano.
right? You got a whole new picture
Exactly.
there. So, you are what, it goes back to the old saying, you are what you
What
eat.
you eat. Apparently, I am a flying cow right now. So, just kidding. But it's true,
I
guys.
only see you on the screen. I don't see me side by side. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I don't want to see me. How about
Okay,
now?
so I only see you, but that's okay as long as they can
Not
see me
now?
or hear me or whatever it takes.
How about
Um,
now?
just see you. That's it. That's okay.
What the heck? No, it's not okay. I don't want to be on here. Oh,
Oh,
wait, wait,
there you
wait.
go. You got it.
There's you.
You got it.
Okay, I got this. I figured it out. There's you now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now
All
it's
right,
just
let's go
me.
with this.
Okay.
Just you.
So,
All right, that's how I wanted it.
well, basically, years and years before I ever even knew anything about Morgellons, I had these really bizarre symptoms. And I remember, like, I would go to blow my nose and I would see this blue fiber in it. And I'm like, oh, what is that? And just figured, pass it off as like fabric or whatever, like everybody
Right.
typically does. Or I would go to
Oh, it's just
change
a
my,
splitter for a dog hair. Yeah, I totally know.
or I would go to like wipe myself after urinating and see it in the toilet paper and like, what is that? And
Right, the
didn't
toilet
think
paper's
anything
harboring
about it.
it.
I just threw it away. Well, over time, my symptoms just had strange things that would happen just out of the blue. Like, I would get what maybe like a sty, a huge sty in my eye, or I would get like a sporadic lesion on my lip or on my finger. Had chronic urinary tract infections, just one thing after another. And I was like, what is wrong with me? I just knew something wasn't right. But so as time went on and progressively it got worse and worse, I was taking a lot of prescription drugs, which I don't think it helped it. It caused it, I don't know if it caused it to reject what was inside already, or maybe it fed it. I don't know. But the next thing I know, I mean, I'm full blown lesions all over. You see, the shape of my face has been the worst nightmare ever. And as I took those medications, it always just got worse and worse and worse and worse. And I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. And, I threw all the medicines away and started praying. And
Amen,
so,
sister, right there.
I mean,
So,
and I tell this story all the time. It's like I finally put my face in my hands one day and I was like, God, I need help. I can't do this anymore, and I threw all the drugs away. And the next thing you know, in my head, I kept hearing fight fire with fire, fight fire with fire. And I'm like, why is that stuck in my head for 3 days? And I was like, oh, you dummy, you prayed. So then I went to the store and started finding things that was hot. And the things I noticed that helped had camphor in it. And that became my mission to like, oh, okay, camphor, it's got to be something in this stuff because it was healing me. And so that began a whole new journey on essential oils and natural healing products. And so, as far as finding out about it goes, at that point I had known, but I was trying to heal from, um, like over 20 years of just toxic stuff going in my body, all these prescription drugs and everything, which was killing me. So I went to the doctor one day, and the nurse I had at the time, she said to me, she's like, have you ever, well, first of all, she asked me, a flu shot today. And can you hear me? It says the host muted me. Are you there? Lisa? 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 Huh. Well, it says everybody else can hear me, but so I'll go on talking. But she asked me if I'd be getting the flu shot that day, and I said absolutely not. I was angry. I went outside everything in my neighborhood was just covered in cobwebs. And she's like, well, she's like, I understand, I know what you mean. And so I pulled out my cell phone and I showed her pictures of all the cobwebs that had covered my neighborhood that morning. She's like, oh, she's like, she started showing me pictures of chemtrails and stuff. And I was like, oh wow. So I went home and she had sent me a friend request. I accepted it. A couple days later, she sent me a private message and it said, have you ever heard of Morgellons disease? And I was like, no, what is that? She's like, I've been, can you hear me, Lisa? Huh. So anyway, I went home, I looked it up, looked at all the symptoms. I was like, oh my gosh. So I told my husband, I was like, this is what I have. These are the symptoms. He's like, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. And I was like, well, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it's yellow and it's got feathers like a duck and cobweb feet like a duck, it's a damn duck. So anyway, so a couple days later, I sent the nurse a message. I said, how could you dare see me go through all these symptoms all these years and never have told me about Morgellons? She's like, I didn't know. She said, I looked it up. She said, because I got to thinking about you when I got home. And I'm like, oh my God. So that was the beginning. And so right now I can't hear anything. So hopefully everybody's hearing me. It's showing I'm still live. Are you there, Lisa? I can't hear you. Hmm.